Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to review my Duster on the interior after reaching the 5-year milestone and 125,000 kilometers.
Ta-da! Just kidding. Okay, so the boot had this protecting cover for around 5 years now, but even with this I can say that the quality of this fabric is really low, which is why you should get one of these as soon as you get your car. Under there is a lot of storage space. This is the spare wheel. This rim is not the original one. I replaced it because I needed the original one on my empty tires set. Overall, these supports are looking okay. Here I have my extinguisher, some camping gear. This side of the boot is not that used, at least in my case. Here we have some dirt. Again, the fabric is very low on quality, and speaking of low quality, this board is also the cheapest one you can get on a car. And if you look closer, here you should have a plastic part that should keep this in place, but in my case it was gone after around 2 years. Here we have another 12 volts socket. I cannot say that I've used it so much, but when the car was full, especially when we went on a holiday last year, it came in handy. So overall, the fabric used on the boot is the same like the one used for the rest of the interior, but I don't like it that much, and I highly recommend you get a boot liner like this, or even something more expensive that has a better quality. Another interesting thing, I got to replace those when my warranty expired, or before my warranty expired. That happened exactly 2 years ago, because the original ones were done. I mean, both of the shocks were not working after 3 years. These ones seems to be better, and I think it will last more than the original ones. So overall, I think the boot looks okay, very spacious for the Duster. I don't think the third generation will need more space. If they keep the same volume as the second generation, everything will be just fine. That's enough with the boot. Let's go the second row of seats. After 5 years of use, this is how the rear seats are presenting. I cannot say that I've used it that so much because most of the time I was the only one using the car, and the car had 1 or 2 passengers. Overall, this fabric looks okay in my opinion. What I like on my Duster and I don't like on the ones that are selling right now as new is that they don't have this side made from this eco leather. Right now, if you don't choose the extreme version, the extreme trim level, you will get a fabric like this that is also used on the sides, and these are the parts that will get dirty easiest. Of course, these sides are not made out of eco-friendly leather as well on the new Dusters, and overall I think these are a good value for the money, because when someone gets in the back, this part, this one here and all the way here, you have dirt left on it. Overall, I am very pleased with the Duster's space for the rear passengers. For 3 adult people might be a little bit tight, but overall it's okay. This is the rear door. Everything looks okay. The plastic is the same. We have some scratches here, but overall everything looks okay and I am satisfied with the car. I made this approach on the LED bar so I can take it off when I'm not off-roading, and overall I think it's not a bad idea because it doesn't break the sealant in time, especially if you only use the LED bar while off-roading. And when I'm not using it, I'm just fixing it here. That's enough with this side. Right now let's go on the front, or at least we will go when I will have time, probably later today.
3 days later.
Back again in a different location, of course, and right now let me show you how the driver's seat looks like after 125,000 kilometers. This side is much this one is loose, yes. The sponge underneath is very worn out. This side looks better. Here again we have some wear signs. This side looks better than this one, and the armrest looks very bad. I must say that in the last year I didn't use it at all. This is how a Dacia Duster armrest looks like after 4 years of daily use. Here on the center console everything looks the same. No problems with the electrical system for the air conditioning. I have a new media nav system. Here, as you may know, I have the remote control for the light bar, for the front LEDs. I made some custom adjustments for this remote control. Overall, everything looks almost the same as it was on my last review. Now let me show you the fabric for the floor. Honestly, I tried to clean it up with a vacuum yesterday. The most important aspect, this area looks very good, simply because this rubber mat makes a great job protecting your floor fabric. This is the fuel tank opener. Sometimes I have problems with it. There were cases when even when the car was new, the owners had problems opening the fuel tank. I hope that on the 3rd generation we will have a different system for the fuel tank cap. This is how the lower part of the dashboard looks like. No changes whatsoever. I can say that the whole dash looks the same as it was 5 years ago. Here we have a rubber mat. It looks okay. Maybe some minor dents over here, but overall everything looks fine. Here I have a custom made support for the phone. This magnet was bought from China. This is the most important piece, and it offers very good stability and you don't have to glue anything on the dash. You simply insert this metal part underneath the air vents. My media nav system has Android built in. I can definitely say that is better on the sound area than the last one. One problem though, I cannot use the 360 degrees camera, but that's just because I have to make some setup. This is how the passenger seat looks like. I think it needs some thorough cleaning, mostly because when we are going off-roading I have a driver and I stay on this seat, but overall everything looks nice. The floor mat again looks nice. This side is very well protected. The rubber mat is specially made for this model that has a nice drawer under the passenger seat. I have some dirt on the ceiling. I don't know where this come from, and everything on the inside looks okay. Here we have the microphone for the media nav system. Here we have the GPS antenna. The media nav system has a USB port that was left into the glove compartment. Overall everything looks okay, and that's it with the interior. Right now let's go and talk about the problems I had with my car, the replacements and the investments made in a 5-year period of time.
Thank you very much for your time, guys. I've decided to leave the investments and replacements for another video because this one is again very long. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you again in the final part.